starting standing. First of all, if you've got a ball, grab your ball. If not, you can do some toe raises. Okay. So, as people arrive, we'll use a ball under our feet. So, we're going to grab the ball, and today's one, we're going to start by trying to grab the ball with our toes, then releasing the ball, then rolling our foot all the way through to the heel, then placing the ball of our foot on the floor, then pressing down into the ball with your heel, kind of dragging it from side to side, and then rolling all the way back through your foot to your toes and picking them up if you can. I'm not going to do that for ages. I'm totally excited. Okay, so let's do the same thing on the other foot. We're going to do it twice through on each foot, just as people arrive. So we're going to grab the ball with our toes. First action, then release the ball, then roll our foot all the way through to the heel, then place the ball of our foot on the floor and drag across the heel pad, then roll all the way back through the center of the foot, grab the ball with your toes and try and pick it up. Gosh, twice in one row, that's amazing. Okay, we're going to do the same again on the other side. So back to your first side, grab the ball with your toes, release the toes, roll through, pressing nice and slowly. Take your time this time, all the way to your heel. Ball of your foot goes down. Spread your toes as wide as you can. Drag your heel pad across. You can do this as many times as feels nice for you. Then roll all the way back through the center of your foot to your toes and pick the ball up. Okay, same on the other side again. So grab the ball with your toes, release the toes, roll all the way through the foot to the heel, place the ball of your foot on the floor, and then drag that heel pad across the ball, and then slowly all the way back through the ball and try and pick it up with your toes. Good. I'm just going to mute everybody so it doesn't jump down. Your eyes, nice to see you. Okay. Okay, so then from here, we're going to do a back of the foot stretch. So we're taking the back of our foot and placing it on the floor, so the dorsal part of your foot. Excellent. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here. And exhale. And again. And exhale. Swap to the other side when you're ready. It's the same thing on the other side. Back of our foot. That's what you can see on me. Back of the foot on the floor. And then our exhale. Good. Excellent. And then we're going to do a little bit of tapping to warm up on there. So just start with the all the way around. Excellent. Then we're going to go down our legs. And just be creative. We're trying to get as much of our legs as we can on the way down, and then just what bits you missed on the way back up. All the way to your glutes, into your bottom muscles, getting into your bum, up over your back, waking everything up. Good, up over your chest, into your shoulders. Make sure we get into here. Use your fists here as well, into both sides of your shoulders. And arms, with your hands. Again, this is just wherever feels comfortable for you. This is just one way of doing it. And then back up of your neck, like raindrops, all of this neck, all of your face. The face connection is really important for your vagal nerve. Up at the top of your head, then the back of your head, back up over the top, and then sweep open all the way down your body. Okay. So first transition we're going to look at is a standing transition. And we're going to do it like this. So first thing, we're going to find a nice alignment, and I've been taught a different way of finding alignment, which you might enjoy. So I'm just going to share it with you. I was sharing it with people last night. I'll share it with you guys just now. So what we're going to do first of all is feet hip distance apart, knees soft, knees tracking over your second toe, neutral pelvis. Now once you find the neutral pelvis, Instead of thinking about where we're going to position our rib cage, we're going to think about our two ends of our spine. So we're going to slouch our shoulders over a little, so we feel a little bit slouched. And then we're going to press our coccyx towards the floor and take the crown of our head and press it up towards the ceiling, keeping the pelvis neutral. And you should hopefully have found a really nice alignment position where your shoulders feel nice and relaxed, they're in position. Good. It should be easier to find than trying to negotiate your rib cage. And if you check your rib cage now, it should be nicely lined up. Okay, little balance, hopefully, little balance point forward onto the balls of our feet. Our first transition is going to be into our Artemis. So we're going to do this during the exhale after the apnea. So take your hands out towards the side, palms face forwards, rotate them, and bring them into our first position. So we're going to do our 3 slow breaths, our apnea here, and then we're going to inhale, exhale, hip hinge. This is our very first one. Good. And I'll talk you through all the points as we go. So 3 deep slow breaths, ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Hip hinge. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now we're here. So in this hip hinge position, we want to feel that we've got a little balance point forward still. We want to feel that our pelvis is pushed back, hands on the tops of our thighs, lengthening through our spine. Now, the extra thing I'd like you to think about here, and try and think about every time you come down here, is to think about having a bit of string underneath the back of your heels, that you're pulling up through the back of your body and out through the crown of your head. So you've got this lengthening every single time. Little balance point forward, really nice wide open shoulders nudging through your elbows. 3 breaths, ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Slowly opening your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Unhinge. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So this time we're going to do the same transition, but this time we're going to do it during your apnea. So we're going to do our 3 nice slow breaths and then our apnea, and then we're going to hip hinge. So we're going to use the apnea to get there. So what we're essentially trying to do during the apnea is lengthen the posterior chain. So we've opened our rib cage and we want to make it even more, we want to feel even more of a lift. So we're going to press our bottom back to shut that open drawer behind us and feel that length from the heels all the way up through to the crown of the head. So our focus is finding that length in the back of your body. Okay, internally rotate these hands, little balance point forward, ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Start opening your rib cage. Once you can feel your rib cage starting to open, let's extend that posterior chain by pushing the drawer shut with your bum, hands onto the tops of your thighs, lengthen through your spine. Really feel that lengthening, help to increase your apnea breath. Hold until you need to inhale. Smile if you can, because that'll help you a little bit more. When you need to inhale, inhale here, and exhale, unhinge for a moment. So we're going to reverse that. We're going to come down to the hip hinge position. We're going to do our 3 nice slow breaths and our apnea breath. And during our apnea breath, we're going to unhinge ourselves back up again, really focusing on creating that length, coccyx to the floor, crown of the head to the ceiling. So start in the hip hinge position, pressing back with your bum slightly, but balance point still forward. Good. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, lengthen. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause, open your ribs and slowly unhinge. So you kind of come up, holding that rib opening as you come up, soft knees, balance point forward, coccyx to the floor, head to the ceiling, hold until you need to inhale. And when you need to inhale here, inhale in position, and then exhale, shake off. Okay, so we're going to come down to the floor and we're going to look at another couple of transitions on the floor. So we're going to come to an upright kneeling position and we're going to look at the transition into our quadruped position. Okay, I've got like a million mats down here for my knee. Okay, so we're starting with our knees directly underneath our hips and our toes curled underneath behind us. I'll let everybody get down here first. Okay, so from this position here, we want to feel that we're again, coccyx to the floor, crown of your head to the ceiling, and this will really help you find this alignment position. Now, press back with your heels, internally rotate your hands. So we're going to do our 3 nice slow breaths and our apnea here. Then we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to sit back with our sit bones towards our heels and bring our hands up towards our head. And then we're going to inhale, and we're going to exhale, and we're going to come further down towards the floor. So I'm going to talk you through 3 breaths to get us to the floor. Okay, don't worry, it's nice and slow this first bit. The other thing here in this position, this upright position, if you're able to, then just lean forward just a tiny bit so you can feel the back of your body switching on just a little bit more. Good. Ready to inhale here? In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause, slowly opening your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Sit back, hands come up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Curl your neck, thoracic and lumbar spine, hands to the floor. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Neutral spine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Open your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here and exhale, release for a moment. Just going to shake my knee off. Okay, so we're going to come back up from that position to our quadruped position, to our upright kneeling position. So we're going to start in our quadruped position. We're going to inhale in our neutral spine. We're going to exhale, curl our spine. We're going to inhale with our curled spine. We're going to exhale, sit ourselves back towards our heels. We're going to inhale here. We're going to exhale, draw ourselves back up. Okay, so that's, and then apnea at the top. So start in your quadruped position. Hands directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly underneath your hips, toes curled underneath behind you. Again, think about your coccyx and your head. So coccyx one way, crown of your head the opposite way. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4, curl your spine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, sit back. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, up to upright kneeling. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Slowly opening your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here, exhale, give your arms a shake off. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing again, but this time we're going to move during the apnea breath. But we're going to add a little bit more movement because it's nice in this pose. So as we inhale, we're going to sit back. As we exhale, we're going to come up. So it's almost like we're practicing the transition. Then during the third one, we're going to do our apnea breath. And during our apnea breath, we're going to sit back. Hands are going to come up. We're going to curl our neck, thoracic, lumbar, all the way down. And then we're going to do our 3 nice slow breaths here. It's slowly coming into our quadruped position, and then our apnea. And then we're going to come back up during our second apnea. I'll talk you through it, don't worry. It's not so scary when we do it. So internally rotate these hands. Get a little balance point forward if you're able. Press those heels back to engage your glutes. Coccyx to the floor, head to the ceiling. Feel like you're pressing out through this whole circle of your arms all the way around. Ready to inhale and sit back. In, 2, 3, 4. Up, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit back, 2, 3, 4. Up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit back, 2, 3, 4. Up, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Open your ribs, sitting yourself back. Hands up, curl your neck, curl your thoracic, curl your lumbar. In, 2, 3, 4, neutral spine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Open your ribs, curl your thoracic, curl your spine, sit back towards your heels, draw yourself up, hopefully keeping the apnea breath as you come up. And when you're here, when you're ready to inhale, inhale in position and exhale, release. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too challenging for the first one back for many of you. So we're going to come back down now into a next series of transitions. So we're going to start in our quadruped position. And we're going to do our 3 nice slow breaths here. Apnea, we're going to come down to our next position, 3 breaths apnea. And then our final lowest position, 3 breaths apnea. And then from here, we're going to come back up again and we're going to do them all during an apnea breath. So these are our next little transitions. So curl your toes underneath behind you, hands directly underneath your shoulders, gaze towards the floor, coccyx one way, crown of your head the other. Let's do it. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, into your Sphinx. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, look back towards your knees. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4, out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Open your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Fingers together, press your elbows out towards the side, head towards the ball of your hands. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. Exhale, shake yourselves out a little bit. And then we're going to come back up and we're going to go down. And each time we move, we're going to move on our apnea breath all the way to the bottom. And then we're going to look at our next transition from there. So hands directly underneath our shoulders again. Good. From here, feel that shoulder blades are nice and wide, coccyx going one way, curl your toes underneath, push your heels back the way. Make sure your bra straps are reaching up toward the ceiling a little to make sure our body's nice and neutral, ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Start opening your rib cage. As you open your rib cage, replace your hands with your elbows into your sphinx. Hold for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs, coming down into your lowest position, holding the rib opening for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here and exhale, release for a moment. Okay, so the next one we're going to have a look at is coming from that lowest position into a sitting position. So we're going to do this during breath work first, and then we're going to try doing it during an apnea, just as a challenge. There are a couple of ways to move our legs here. So from this lowest position, which is ISIS down the bottom, we're going to do our breath work. So we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to move. The first thing we're going to move when we exhale here, we're going to inhale, we're going to exhale, we're going to cross our legs behind us at our ankles. Now, if you can't cross your legs behind you at your ankles, if this is too uncomfortable, you can slide your legs out towards the side, whichever side suits you best. If this is also not very comfortable, you can bring your feet so they're side by side, parallel, and you can actually push yourself back into a child pose, into this position. So those are the 3 first movement patterns. Then we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to bring our hands next to our knees. Then we're going to inhale, and as we exhale, we are going to come into a sitting position. So that'll either be, if you've got your legs crossed behind you, it'll either be a press down, up and over, or if you have your legs out towards the side, it'll just be a sit back. And if you're in child's pose and you're doing it, you're going to just come back, sit to the side, and bring your legs in front of you. So we're going to do that during our breath work. When we finish our 3rd breath, at this point, we are going to do an apnea breath. So we'll just be prepared for the fact that right at the end is an apnea breath. So we don't get here and go, what's going on? So we'll just see where we get to with this one. Yeah? It's a much more complicated transition. So let's start in our lowest position. So our knees are directly underneath our hips, toes are curled underneath behind us, hands directly underneath our shoulders, then elbows directly underneath our shoulders, and then bringing our fingertips together, pressing our elbows out towards the side, forehead towards your palms or your floor, or the floor. So we're starting our breath here and holding on the inhale, ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4. Cross your legs, swing out towards the side, whichever you do. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Sit back, reach your hands out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Hands next to your knees and press over. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose, pause. Open your ribs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale here. So it's quite a difficult transition to do. Just that last bit for a lot of people is quite difficult to get into. So we're going to try that again, but this time we're going to try it during an apnea. So we're going to do the whole transition during an apnea. Don't get terrified. It's just a practice. We're just seeing how it feels in your bodies. So you might actually find it's easier because you're not having to think about everything. So once we start the apnea, I'll start talking you through the transition. So find the starting position. Curl those toes underneath. Feel that nice long spine before you begin. Press your body away from the floor. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs. Cross your legs behind you or do what you're going to do with your legs. Sit back towards your heels. Press your hands near your legs. Hop yourself over into your sitting position. Try and maintain your apnea or re-find your apnea here. Hold until you need to inhale. It's a really difficult transition. Okay, let's come down to supine. So we're going to have a nice lying down pose to finish today. So coming down onto your back. Good. Legs just nice and long along the mat. Finding a nice neutral pelvis here. Slight softness in the knees or a little bend in the knees if you prefer here. Just a position where you know that you can find a neutral pelvis. So stretching your legs out makes your pelvis pop up off the floor. Bend them a little bit. Good. Internally rotate your hands. We're going to do 3 nice slow breaths, our apnea. And during the apnea, we're going to move our hands above our heads. It's our final little transition thing. Ready to inhale. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 3, 4. Out. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your mouth and nose. Pause. Open your ribs and move your hands for as long as you can hold your apnea breath for. Slowly moving these hands up above your head. Keep the back of your shoulders on the floor, pressing your coccyx towards your feet, to your crown of your head to the opposite wall. When you need to inhale here, inhale in position and exhale. Pull your knees in towards your chest and give yourself a nice rock across your back. Feet up towards the ceiling, so you can grab the top of the back of your thighs, the back of your calves, or put your hands between your legs and grab the outside of your feet. Good. And then you're just going to take 3 nice slow breaths here. You can hold this still if you want. Actually, just hold it still today. Just nice still, or you can rock. You can rock if you want to as well. Just across your spine again. 3 deep, slow breaths and happy day.